Hey guys, it's Alyssa Marie, your intuitive reader, and I'm back here today for another pick a card reading. So our question today is, what exactly do you need to hear right now from the universe, okay? So this is a timeless reading. You can watch this when I post it, you can watch it 2 years from now, 5 years from now, whatever. It will be accurate for your situation. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. If you're interested in a personal read, the link will also be down in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. So for our pile number 1, we have an opalite. For our pile number 2, we have a clear quartz that's painted, like a bluish purple shimmery, really pretty crystals we have here. And then we have pile number 3 with the blue howlite. So go ahead and take as much time as you need to meditate on 3 of the piles. If you don't like to use crystals, go ahead and you can just disregard the crystals. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So make sure to go to the timestamp below for your reading. All right, so we're gonna start with pile number 1 with the opalite. What exactly do you need to hear right now? Let me just adjust the camera a bit so we can get a little bit of a closer look. Okay, so the first card we have is the 6th house, craft. Second, we have, when I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. Next, we have clean energy food. We have detoxify or detox your friendships. 2 of the Angels of Abundance cards hopped out for you, so I felt that, those were definitely important. So I made sure to, you guys have an extra card. We have the color of sapphire, regenerate your body. And from the vampires, we have supernatural, inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly. Okay, group number 1. So you have quite the messages here, okay? I have several messages coming through, so we're just gonna go ahead and let's look in order of the cards that we pulled. So the first card we pulled says 6th house, craft. And it says work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contributions, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, method. So I'm gonna, of course, link these together. Okay, the first thing I can see though is with clear energy food and the 6th house, craft. When we're talking about our health, this is for everybody who, like me, we all tend to sometimes, especially around the holidays, kind of binge eat and eat food that isn't necessarily good for us. And therefore, we're kind of left feeling a little afterwards. I don't know about you guys, like, for a couple of days, it's like, oh yeah, this is good. And then later you're like, my body needs some fruit. My body needs something healthy. So I think this message, pile number 1, is just kind of telling you, focus a little bit more on your health. Try to eat a little bit of more clean energy food, non-processed foods, because this can make you feel, your well-being can be really increased. You'll feel a lot better. You think a lot of times that it doesn't have much to do with your mental health, but a lot of times, as we know, our body and our mind are really connected. And if we're constantly giving our body food that isn't the healthiest, our mental health begins to suffer and we begin to just feel more tired, not full of energy. There's just some nutritional lack, okay? So what this says is, when you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships, okay, group number 1? So that's something to keep in mind, and that can be for anybody, because we all sometimes, eat stuff we probably shouldn't. The next thing that just jumps out to me is this detoxify your friendships. It says your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Okay, so this automatically tells me there is somebody in your life, some friend, and it doesn't have to be somebody, it could be a family member, it could be a partner, somebody though who is a friend to you isn't the best friend, and if you clicked on this pile, you probably know what I'm talking about. It could be maybe an ex that's lingering in your life that shouldn't be, somebody that's just been mentally abusive to you, or a bad influence on you, and they're still in your life kind of right now, and you know they shouldn't be. And what what the universe is trying to tell you is that if you detoxify your friendships and you take out that toxic person or persons, you will feel a lot better. Your spiritual awakening and emotional journey will be so much more efficient. Everything will be increased. I mean, you would be so surprised with hanging around lower vibrational people for you at this time can do to your mental health and your spiritual practice. So if the first person or people that you thought about when I said this, detoxify your friendships, these are people that you should probably try to detoxify, try to let go. And that's easier said than done. And of course, this is a reading, it's general, this might not apply to you. However, it probably applies to most of you. And ultimately, you can make the decision, right? If you don't want to detoxify your friendships right now, that's okay. But just keep in mind that the universe is kind of pointing you in that direction about that person or people. Okay, next, let's go. Okay, sapphire, regenerate your body. So that really goes with the clean energy food and the health and the work and the practicality stuff. So if we spend a little bit more time eating that healthier food, doing some exercise, spiritual health, like meditating, prayer, things like that, we'll be able to regenerate our body. And that's what the universe is really trying to tell you, as the mind and the body and the spirit are all connected. We also have the card Supernatural. So this is telling me that if you got this card, you guys are people that are already very intuitive, people that are already really connected to your higher self, to the universe, to God, to your angels, whatever you identify with. You are somebody, you might be a star seed. I'm getting that because of the otherworldly. You might be an otherkin or Therian. And because of that, you just are kind of on a level that other people might not be able to understand right now. Like, so how do I say? Like, you guys, I'm feeling like you guys are seeing repetitive numbers a lot. That's what I'm getting right away, because I do as well. Like, you see 444, you see 1111, you see 222. You see these numbers, and those are signs from your angels and from the universe that things are going to be okay. And each number, and I recommend go ahead and do some research on that number, but don't necessarily take it to heart, because you'll find if you Google like what does repeating number 444 mean, you're gonna get a message that says like, oh, this means that your angels blah 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 blah. And while that's okay, and maybe a lot of people feel that way, notice how when you see a number, take note of how you're feeling, what you're thinking about, what you're doing, and then over time make associations with what that number is trying to communicate to you. And I'm saying that because I feel like a lot of people who pick this see those numbers. You also might be people that have seen spirits, that work with spirits, seen some paranormal activity happening. You might be somebody, like I said, that is a star seed, feels connected to other realms. Either way, though, you're somebody who's really intuitive and really spiritually inclined, okay? Next, we have here, when I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature, okay? So this is to remind you guys that a lot of times we forget to appreciate what we have. And that's like everybody, right? I mean, everybody has this issue. But keep in mind that you will, if it's meant to happen, if the universe is meant to lead you to a particular person or to a particular career or whatever, you know, that doesn't mean don't put in any work, but you know, certain things like I feel personally are destined to happen, certain relationships are destined to happen. And in order, though, to evolve, we have to appreciate what we have. So appreciate the relationships that you have now. Appreciate yourself, okay? You are worthy. Appreciate where you live, the job you have, things like that, the food that you have on the table, right? In order to really evolve yourself. Now, this is talking about my true love nature, and we have two birds here. So this could definitely signify to you guys that you're looking for that special someone. You're looking for your twin flame, your soulmate. But for the majority of you, I'm feeling like this is like a reflection of yourself. That's what I'm getting. Like, you're trying to love yourself. There's a lot of self-love. And with the other cards that we got, that really points to me that self-love is something that you really need to focus on right now, and appreciating yourself, appreciating your situation, appreciating that you're alive, in order to fully grasp reality and grasp your evolution into just a better place spiritually, okay? Let's see if I'm picking up on anything else here that the universe is trying to tell me. I feel like with the 6th house craft, this is having a lot to do with, like I said, your well-being, your diet, your health, but it also could have to do with the workplace. So maybe there's some toxic people at your workplace. This is going to resonate with a few of you. And it's saying, like, you know, maybe you should change jobs, or maybe tell somebody higher that this person is acting in a way that they shouldn't. That it's kind of not a very good workplace for you right now, and possibly you should leave. I'm also getting that a lot of you, though, in your workplace or in your job, you are learning new things, and it's a stressful time for you. It's definitely a stressful time for you, and a lot of times that it would be less stressful if you took time for yourself, self-love, clean energy food, detoxifying friendships, you know, and definitely connecting to source energy, to your starseed soul family, to your soul tribe, finding your soul tribe, okay? That's something, though, is a lifelong journey. But doing these things will help you be in vibrational alignment with love, okay? Loving yourself and also loving others, and others loving you, okay? So that is all I get for you guys, group number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. Have a good day. Okay, this is for those of you who chose group number 2 with this clear quartz painted quartz. Doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. Okay, so group number 2. What exactly do you need to hear from the universe right now? You are exactly right now meant to hear this message. The first card we have is Aries, the Radical. Okay. Second card coming out, directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Beautiful. We have courage to ask for and accept help. We have the color magenta, connect to your deepest inner knowing. And we have jealousy, envy, punishment, changing course. Okay, group number 2. Let me just fix things here. Okay, so right off the bat, the first thing that speaks to me is the Aries card. So this could mean that you are an Aries, sun, moon, or rising. You have a lot of Aries in your chart, or you're dealing with an Aries, or there's an Aries that you don't know about that is kind of not necessarily attracted to you, but not in the way, like, not necessarily romantically, but that they are kind of pursuing you at this time. It could be romantically, could be in the workplace, but somehow there's an Aries involved, okay? Could be you or someone else. Now, this card came up, jealousy, okay? So I feel right now that this is the energy of you guys. You are jealous, or that's what I'm picking up on, of others. Maybe a love relationship. I get that with the magenta, the flower here, and maybe with this Aries, maybe you're jealous because somebody else is with this Aries that you want. This Aries is giving their full attention to somebody else. You're jealous because somebody else is getting attention, whereas this Aries is trying to get your attention. This is a general reading, so if any of those resonate, awesome. But I feel like right now there is a sense of jealousy for you, and it's just kind of feeling like this punishment. There's been a change in your life, and you're jealous of what others are having. You're jealous of where other people are at in their lives, and it's hurting you. You're feeling down. Okay, we also have magenta, connect to your deeper inner knowing. We have directing my focus onto what's thriving, creates more of what I want. Okay, that has a lot to do with manifestation. If you guys don't do manifestation already, I recommend you try it. There's a lot of videos out there on the law of attraction. But there is a lot in your life, group number 2, that is thriving. That's what I'm getting, okay? There is a lot. And I think because of just, you know, in group pile number 1 was like this too. Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have. Sometimes we forget to focus on what is thriving and what is good about our lives, and we kind of lead ourselves down this rabbit hole of sadness, and which can even lead to depression, okay? But I feel like if you guys picked this, you know that you're doing that. Like, it's not like this is a surprise to you. You know that you're always thinking like, well, if I had this, or if I was with this person, and it's kind of upsetting you, you know? And I know that with this card, connect to your deeper inner knowing, I feel like you guys are already really spiritual people and really intuitive. And if you are the Aries in this situation, or have this Aries type of qualities, the qualities listed, we have active, self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, on a mission, bossy, driving, sparky, courageous, selfish, macho, impulsive, argumentative, competitive, okay? You're somebody who's just like, bam, in your face, or maybe you possess that kind of energy. You want to go for things. You want to have that fiery energy. You want to just, you know, go out and just face life. And I feel like in group number 2, that you either are this way or you want to be this way, that you are very independent, and you're just like, if I want this, I'm going to get it. Like, and I don't need anybody's bullshit. I don't need anybody's help. I'm going to do it. But with this card coming up, the have courage to ask for and accept help, I feel like you guys might be a little bit too independent. You guys might not ask for help when you need it from the universe, from angels, or even from people in your life, like even in your workplace or at home when somebody's like, you need some help. You're like, no, I got this. Even though you're really, right now, apparently changing course, so you're somebody that is going through some big changes, okay? And those big changes a lot of times facilitate some sort of sadness, and sometimes help can be extraordinary, okay? This is like, if I was pulling tarot, I'm feeling like you guys would get the 3 of Pentacles, like collaboration. Like, you guys need to reach out, and make sure you're reaching out to the right kind of people. But, you know, reaching out and asking for help. Okay, let's read what this card says so we can see exactly. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as to accepting it as it is, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided, okay? So, you know, and I know you guys are really compassionate people. I feel like I definitely actually know that you guys help people, like, a lot. You are somebody who will always help people, but you're so busy helping other people that you forget to ask for help yourself. And sometimes I think you wish that people were more there for you, you know? Because I feel like you're somebody that, and I feel like you're definitely an empath, okay? Because I'm really actually relating to this reading in the sense that, you know, you're there for other people a lot of times. You're going out of your way to help people, out of your way to please people. But then when the roles are reversed, it seems like people aren't always there for you, okay? And that really upsets you. That really makes you feel like kind of worthless. And, you know, I'm going to say that some of those people, okay, that do that are, you know, not the best people to have around. But a lot of times people, I believe, don't even realize that because they're so into coming to you about their problems because you're so therapeutic that they don't even realize that, oh crap, I should ask how they're doing. Not like out of spite, but more out of just forgetfulness. Because a lot of times, whether we like it or not, many people are very focused on themselves. Many people are quite selfish, and it is good to be selfish to a certain degree, right? And it's also good to be selfless to a certain degree. But there are some people who are very selfish. There are some people who are very selfless. And I feel like you're one of those people who is very selfless. And that is kind of causing a little bit of, you know, and I'm going to mention this isn't going to necessarily relate to everyone. It's a general reading, but if it does, take it. If it doesn't, some of you might be in a job situation or in like where you are constantly helping other people. Like it could be with just your life in general, but like maybe you're in a situation where you work at a hospital and you're around of a lot of people that are dying, that are sick. And because of that, it drains you. And while you're doing beautiful work, like let's say you're a nurse in like hospice or something, while you're doing beautiful work and you know, when you come home, it's draining, it's sad. And because of that, you're like, oh, you know, you really need to connect to that deeper inner knowing and just focus on taking time for yourself, asking for help from your angels, from the universe, from your friends, self-love time, okay? Now with this jealousy card coming through, this is also, like I said, saying appreciate what you have and don't be envious of other people, because just because, in fact, you know, be happy for other people. Some people just get their things handed to them. Other people actually have worked really hard for things, and they're just at a different point in their journey than you are. That doesn't mean they're wrong. That doesn't mean you're wrong. They're just at a certain different part of their journey in this lifetime, okay? But I know that you guys have worked a ton in your life. I'm feeling that. You guys want to be... maybe you guys want to start your own business, you want to start a new relationship, you're encompassing this Aries energy, but a lot of times the Aries energy seems to be kind of snuffed out, like a fire is snuffed out, because you guys are failing to take time for yourself, okay? Because like I said, you guys are probably in a situation where you have a lot of energy drained from you. Like I said, even if you're an empath, which a lot of you probably are, that energy is just drained and drained from you. And you need to take a break. And you're very sensitive, which can be a very good thing, but you have to take a break and you have to appreciate what you have, okay? So focus on what is thriving. These cards are really directly related. Focus on what's thriving creates more of what I want. If we let go of things like, which is extremely hard, let going of a failed relationship, let go of behaviors, toxic relationships, and just accept that that is what happened, you know, then we can move on and get more of what we want. And like I said, check out some videos on scrying, like writing in your notebook about manifestation, law of attraction. It's really interesting. And it's definitely something you guys should do. And then if you're watching this around the time of the 12/12 portal, which is tomorrow, we have 5 here, the number 5 on this magenta card with your inner knowing. And that is a number of awakening, of changing, with this changing course, okay? Like I said, you guys are definitely changing. And this could be spiritually, this could be at your workplace, it could be anything, but you guys are changing and you know it. And before, you know, you let that change kind of take over you, take some time to self-reflect, okay? So group number 2, that is what I have for you today. Have a wonderful day. Okay, pile number 3, what exactly are you meant to hear right now with the blue howlite? Uranus, revolution. We'll read that. Breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rupture, edge, diversity, lightning. Wow, really powerful planet. Next we have, when I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally, support will surround me, and movements will form. Beautiful. The abundance mindset, yes. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. We have Amber, awaken your creativity. And we have that death will come, mortal, finite, fragile. Okay, don't get scared about that card, by the way, guys. So let's go ahead. Okay, so if you picked this group number 3, you are on the brink of a revolution. You are on the brink of a breakthrough, on the brink of having everything you want with this abundance mindset, okay? I feel like you guys have been manifesting something, and this is the universe trying to tell you, like, it is coming, okay? Like, it is coming for you. But in order for that to come, death will have to come. Change will have to come. One of your old behaviors, patterns, certain people in your life, you will have to let go of them in order to fully grasp this abundance mindset. Now we also have, when I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally, support will surround me, and movements will form. So I feel like you guys have been in a little bit of an emotional rut recently. And because of that, your abundance mindset is not necessarily where it needs to be. You guys are focusing on the past. You guys are focusing on some of the negative things around you, which is, you know, a lot of us do this quite often. It's hard not to sometimes. Like where I live right now, it's getting really cold, and the cold makes me, I kind of suffer from seasonal depression. I'm trying not to, but you know, the cold, it upsets me. But instead of focusing, like, you know, everything I hate about the cold and the winter and the snow, I try to focus on things I do like about the winter, but also things that I like in my life where, you know, I don't have to go outside and things like that. And that's a kind of a weird example, but when you make joy a priority, okay, when you try to bring happiness to yourself, now that right there is probably a really crappy answer to hear, because, you know, you pick this card and it's like, make joy a priority. It's like, well, yeah, like I'm trying to, like everybody, right? We're all trying to be happy. We're all trying to be joyful, but it's not that easy. Now, is it? No, it is not, Alyssa. I'm Alyssa, by the way, in case you didn't know that. But this card is directly signifying, now because it's death card, I'm thinking Scorpio. Maybe you're a Scorpio, somebody in your life's a Scorpio. But you need to let go of something, okay? Right now it's really in this fragile state. It's in a finite state. You know that it isn't something that's gonna last forever. Maybe a relationship, friendship, romantic relationship. You know that, you know, it's not for you. This behavior's not for you, whatever it may be, and you know that it is finite. It is fragile. It will not last forever. So this card is trying to tell you, just let it go. Let it go and understand that abundance will come to you. I also feel like you guys are kind of in this headspace of, well, you know, when I finish school, I'm gonna have a great job, and when I finally get the money, I'm gonna move, and then my life will be great. When I get this new car, then I will be happy. When I lose that weight, then I'll be happy. When I travel and move there, I'll be happy. When I get this boyfriend or girlfriend, I'll be happy. When I have these friends. And like, because of that, you're stuck in this other mindset of not being abundant. You're always thinking like, someday things will happen. Someday. And that can be very detrimental to one's mental health and one's spiritual journey, because we got to live in this mindset of, you know, I have an amazing partner. I have an amazing smile. I am so smart. Look what I've accomplished. You know, if we have that mindset instead and focusing on now, like that doesn't mean don't make goals, because yeah, make goals. Like you want to someday go to graduate school. You want to someday move to Japan. I mean, I don't know, could be anything. Have that goal, but then understand, what can I do right now to make that goal happen, instead of kind of fantasizing about it all the time, because I know a lot of us do that. We fantasize about things instead of taking action towards them. Now with the Amber card, awaken your creativity, you guys are really creative. I'm feeling you guys, you're somebody creative in any sense, okay? Now creativity, a lot of times when people say creativity, what does our mind normally go to? Okay, the first thing we think of is painting, drawing, you know, actually arts and crafts, being creative, or maybe writing, and you know, dancing. While that is true, creativity can really apply to anything in your life, okay? Really can. And people think like, no, I'm not creative. Yeah, you are, okay? Like, yeah, you are. Like the way that you just decorate your room, that's creativeness. The way that you, the way that you freaking paint your room, the way that it can be anything, the kind of car that you picked out, the way that you talk to people, the way that you dance, the way that you sing on YouTube karaoke. I do that a lot, okay? Like go on karaoke and I just sing. The way that you paint, the way that you write, the way that you dance. It can be anything, okay? I know I probably repeated myself there. Had a little bit of a brain fart. But creativity does not have to actually mean something in the arts. You can make any part of your day creative. You can cook creatively. You can say, you know what? I'm going to try this new recipe today. Boom. Follow the recipe. New dish. Did it turn out? Maybe. Did it not? You know. But you were being creative. You were in a creative mindset. And if we're always in that mindset of being creative, a lot of times our joy will be increased because we have a different outlook on things. We have a different way of life, okay? Because if I, for instance, you know, am trying to eat healthy or whatever, and I'm like, okay, for lunch I'm gonna have chicken and rice. For dinner I'm gonna have whatever, you know, and it's the same every day. We're not changing it up. Our life begins to lack creativity, and we fail at certain things that we want to do, and we get upset. We lose our joyful attitude. So if you're able to introduce creativeness and creativity into anything and everything that you do, you will notice a heightened sense of happiness. Now with this Uranus, or Uranus, however you want to pronounce it, card, we have breakthroughs, brainstorming, like I already read this, didn't I? But this is about awakening. So you guys, like I said, are on the brink of awakening. Like I feel like if you pick this card, this portal tomorrow, like is going to be so powerful. Right now I'm making this on December 11th, 2019. Tomorrow is the 12/12 portal. And you guys, this is going to be an epic portal for you, okay? You're going to download so many light codes and things. You guys are like, you guys have been doing that already, but like, tomorrow, starting tomorrow, you guys are going to be in this new abundance mindset. I feel like you guys have been manifesting things, like I said, for a long time, and you're going to just finally, you know, you're thinking like, oh my God, is it ever going to work? I've been doing this for like months and things are not happening. Don't give up. Do not give up, because if you're doing it, you're saying this is, you know, I am this, blah, blah, blah. You will achieve it. The universe will give you it. Okay. What else do we have here? With Uranus coming through the unexpected, this could also signify that something unexpected will come. However, all these positive things are going to come in time, but they will come faster if you let go of those negative things, if you let those things die, those behaviors, let go of those relationships. If you let go, if you say I'm done, you know, and you're like, you tell your mind, you know, you're done, you're actually done, you will get that abundance quicker. You will reach those manifestations quicker, okay? So yeah, group number 3, this is what I'm getting for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.